Hey, what's going on? Yeah, it's your boy 3 Sacks in this thing, and I'm representing my team, of course, Team Kings of Games. So we're going over an update of my Gym Knight FTK deck. We're just kind of slowly but surely getting off the weight, basically, for my to-do list of all the deck profiles and requests that people have made of me. And as soon as I get off this list, thank God, I can't wait to just get this all of these tasks just off the list to just lighten my load, get a little bit of stress off my shoulders so that I can just go back to, what I normally do. But let's go ahead and hop right into this deck profile. I play Gym Knight FTK a lot different from most. I think the main reason is because I've honestly had about how many years? I think it's almost 9 years of experience playing with this deck. Let me be sure. It's between 7 and 9 years. My memory is really rough. But I know for certain, I'm 21 and I was like 14 or younger when I started playing this deck, or maybe I was 15. So yeah, I just been playing Gym Knights for a really long time. Like, I know them like the back of my hand. I've done so many different things with it. Even the Gym Knight Rock Stun, Link Spam, which was like Koakimaru's Ties of the Brethren, and still Link Spam with Block Dragon. It was just really, really good. It's powerful. So let's hop into the monster lineup. So obviously the MVP of this deck, the thing that makes this deck so powerful, is our version of Spiral Master Plan. If you resolve this card, you actually do win the duel. Because you get the 3 monsters that will change your life and change your opponent's life forever, which are going to be Obsidian, Lapis, and Crystal Rose. You add those, you can kill your opponent. And also I can prove that fact by showing you my 2-card, 2-card FTK, just like, it's insane. And that combo is actually not a standard Gym Knight combo. If you see anybody who plays Gym Knight FTK, they don't do the 2-card combo. Nobody knows the combo unless they watch my channel. This card's insane. On the field, he protects your rocks from being destroyed. If he sends a graveyard, you search up to 3, and he summons himself from grave as many times as you want him to. So he's just incredible. Extender, protection, searcher. There's so many good things that come out of this one card. You get a lot of value out of block. And then for more of your engine cards, you play 3 Rescue Rabbit. These are just your engine cards. These are your starter cards to get you to your combos. Rescue Rabbit's a 1-card Phantom Quartz, and he basically just, this card equals Gym Knight Fusion. Then we play the Predaplay engine. This is very important. I feel like Gym Knight players who are not playing the Predaplay engine cannot do the 2-card FTK. It's not possible for them. But for me, because I play the Predaplay engine, it's easy. So we play 3 Lone Fire Blossoms, 3 Ophiris Scorpion, and we play 2 Darling Tonia Cobra, because my problem is if I draw this in my opening hand, even if I don't have these and they're not deck cards in my hand, if I draw them later on in a duel, I'll be like, dang, I really wish that I could resolve this, because when you resolve this, you actually do win the duel. And when I say that, I mean, if you resolve any of your power plays without your opponent having an Ash Blossom, which, remember, Ash is not that popular. It's like a side deck staple instead of a main deck staple. You will FTK your opponent. And it's worse than what Pendulum Magicians do, because your FTK can still end on a board with True King of All Calamities, which means if somehow mysteriously your opponent doesn't die after getting burned by 8,500 damage, you have True King of All Calamities that pretty much says you can't do anything anyways. So this FTK is a lot more powerful, in my opinion, than the Pendulum Magicians, because theirs, if they get stopped, they can't end on something. But if mine gets stopped, like I said, I can end on this bad boy right here. And that's still enough for me to just stall for 1 more turn and burn you for the rest on the following play, on the following turn. And then for your actual Gym Knights, Armadillo, he's another one of the best starter cards. He searches out any Gym Knight monster, uses Stratos. And you can double summon, so Rabbit plus Armadillo is insane. Like if you open up with your Lone Fire, I said Rabbit plus Armadillo. I meant to say Rabbit plus Lone Fire or Predaplant is insane. It's literally like overkill. You do the Predaplay engine, go into Seraphinite. You do your Rabbit play. It's just, ooh, so strong. 3 Obsidian, one of the MVPs, an extender to make your Link plays. To get extra bodies on field for the burn damage of 500 for each special summon monsters. He's insane. And because he's not once per turn, that's why he's really broken. And 3 Lazuli. Lazuli adds back any of your normal monsters. She allows you to keep fusing. Gym Knights are one of the decks that can just fuse for free. Every time you fuse, you get back all the fodder that you've used. That's why this deck can fusion summon like literally every one of the 15 monsters in this extra deck. If all 15 are fusions, you can make them all first turn. Really strong. And then for the actual Gym Knights, I'm playing 3 copies of Garnet. This is supposed to be 2 copies of Lapis. I only have 1, so I'm going to keep my Amber in, and what I'm going to do is just do 2 Lapis and 1 Amber. You can play Tourmaline. I think Tourmaline is correct. The fusions that he makes are great. Like, Prismara is insane. This card should be in my extra deck, because if you don't get to FTK, it helps you to OTK. Just pop the diagram, make a Mrs. Radiant. He's 2950. Crash into the Masterpiece. Like, just really, really strong. Great interactions. That Tourmaline and the Thunder fusions, like Topaz and Tourmaline, Topaz and Prismar provide. But what I do with the Garnet is I sometimes need a beatdown. So I like actually bringing out the 2 for the 3800 damage. You know, people say he beats over Candina. That's very accurate. But the main thing is he's 1900. That's what I care about, because if I can't FTK, I'm trying to do maximum damage. And it does matter that you can special summon this from your graveyard off of Obsidian and have the 1900 beater, and also just have the pressure on board. So my list is different because I can still make the Thunder Fusions, because I have a profound love for Amber. She's like my favorite Gem Knight. Like, that's not these. She's my favorite Gem Knight. I really love her effect. She adds from Banished Stone to hand. So I can do everything that Gem Knight FTKs that run Tourmaline can do, because she's still a Thunder. So, you know, you can't make Topaz, because Topaz does require Tourmaline. But all I care about really is Prismara. I know you can do the Armory Arm off of, you know, Master Diamond, make him able to attack a bunch of times. But again, that's another reason why we're doing the Garnet beatdown, because it matters. Like, the damage matters. So I feel like the way I'm playing my deck is correct for me and my personal playstyle. But if you want a net deck, the Gem Knight FTK guy, go ahead. Any other person that you see playing at regionals and you see they topped, if they topped, their list obviously works because they topped. So there's nothing wrong with net decking them. But me personally, I try to craft my deck according to how I like it to be, and this is what I want my Gem Knights to be. So this is how I'm playing them. And then you have the 1 Crystal Rolls. This is like a god card. My standard combo, you're just gonna be resolving this twice and winning the duel. Then we play 1 Assault Halberd. Again, this is a card that most Gem Knight players don't run, because they don't play the Predaplant engine. And if you want to get maximum value, you want to play a card like this. Or this also should be a Goblinberg, because in occasional times, like, randomly you draw this, right? My reason for playing this was like, oh, if I draw this going second and it's a dead card, I could just special summon it and then normal and like make a rank 4 or something like that, or link it to Mrs. Radiant. But if this was a Goblinberg, it'd be the same thing, except now it's good going first. So this could be a Goblinberg. It actually should be a Goblinberg, and it will become a Goblinberg in the future. So those are all your monsters. You play a whole lot of monsters. It's an FTK deck, and the FTK works off of just the fusions and a lot of monsters. And for your spells, the only ones that matter are 3 Gem Knight Fusion, 3 Brilliant Fusion, 3 Unexpected Dies, Ash Bait. Most people don't know what you're playing. If they ash it, that's a really good thing for you, because it's not once per turn. You play 3 of it. If they don't ash it, it kind of just makes it very one-sided, because you can make your Phantom Quartz. And then to make it the 40th card, it's 30 monsters and 10 spells, and the 10th spell mattered, and I was like, no, we're not doing Upstart. We're playing an FTK deck. We're not doing Upstart. We're not doing Desires, because it matters what you banish. You play one of that you need to search, especially because right now, right, I don't have 2 Lapis. I can't find my second one, so I'm only playing 1. Like, this can really screw me over if this was a Desire. So I was like, Absorb Fusion is another combo piece. It searches out any Gem Knight card, and it allows you to fuse as well. It restricts you from only summoning Gem Knights, but believe it or not, your FTK is purely off Gem Knights anyway, so you can still FTK under this card's restriction. That's why I like it as the 40th card. So exactly 40 cards, because it's an FTK deck. It's consistent. You got to get it right. So for links in the extra deck, we play Firewall. I like Firewall. Now, another thing, Gem Knight FTK decks don't typically link spam. My FTK deck does link spam in the middle of the FTK to open up extra monster zones that I need, so that I can fuse a lot more and have more special summon bodies for my Lazulis. And then we have 2 Phantom Quartz. This card is recyclable. It's really easy to just tutor it back, but I still play 2. I feel like 2 is correct. It's a correct number. 1 Mrs. Radiant, 1 Binary Sources, 1 Trigate Wizard. Notice that everything that's not Firewall is Earth. It's important that the link monsters you make are Earth, because as you're linking away into bigger link monsters and climbing, you're putting food for your Block Dragon to eat forever. So he's having like an all-you-can-eat buffet. So you're 6 links. And the reason why Mrs. Radiant here is obviously for the damage and the recycling. This is just an Earth version of Proxy, but just without the effect. But he has other effects that you can use. Trigate is an Earth, and he points up, which is important. Sometimes you need to do this which it matters. So I like that he's up and left, right versus Gaia Saber, because you never want to have like Gaia Saber there. Sometimes it just won't work because like the way you're trying to do it, you know. So I feel like Tri-Gate was better, and you can actually co-link Tri-Gate. Like you can co-link them by 2, which is really, really good because you can still banish cards. Going second, banishing cards for your push, and the co-link by 1 effect is really, really good. If I was playing other link 2s, you could co-link them by 3 because it does come up in your standard 2-card combo. 2 cards, bro. And then 2 Master Diamonds, 1's a proxy, 2 Lapis Lazulis. This card is just, woo, should have been banned, bro. 2 Zirconias, 1 Seraphinite. There should be a Prismar in my extra deck. I'm trying to find space, and then we have Invoker and 1 True King of all Chlamydia. So that's it for the extra deck. Now, let's see what the time is looking like. Oh, cool. We have enough time. I'm going to show you guys my 2-card FTK. I've done this on numerous occasions on my channel, but let's do it again. For those of you who are new to my channel, we've been gaining a lot of subscribers lately, and I'm grateful to Yahweh for that. If it wasn't for God, I really wouldn't have, you know, the blessings that I have. So it's a 2-card combo, right? So you literally open up with one of these cards, or if you open up with Rescue Rabbit. So any one of these 3 cards, right? You play 3, 6, 9 plus either Brilliant Fusion or Gemini Fusion. I'm going to show you guys my favorite way to do it, which is the Predaplants. I love this engine, right? So if you open up with Lone Fire or Brilliant, or if you open up with Lone Fire and Gemini, it's the same end result, right? So let's say, for example, you open up with Lone Fire and Gemini Fusion, right? So let's keep him there. So you're going to normal summon your Lone Fire, you know, bam, bam. Tribute all of the Lone Fires out of your deck. Just get them hoes out of there, because you don't want to draw them later after you resolve this. Bring out your Ophiris Scorpio, and you just discard the monster for cost. Now, the reason why I say this is a 2-card combo, because the monster that you need to have in your hand for this is always going to be there in your hand. You have 30 monsters in your deck. There's no reason why you should not have 1 monster to discard for this for cost. So I never include the monster that you discard for cost as part of this combo, because that's not a combo piece. Does that make sense? That's a card you're always going to have in your hand. I hope I'm making sense here. So it is a actual 2-card combo, meaning a 2-card combo, meaning these 2 specific cards. Everything else in your hand will make this work. So you pitch a monster for cost, and you're going to go ahead and bring out your Darlingtonia Scorpio. Darlingtonia Cobra. And you're going to search the other fusion that you didn't already have. And you play 6 fusions, which is really good. So you play a lot of ways to get into this combo. And you'll start it off right. I'm just going purely off of memory. I have this combo memorized. I've done it so many times. Just playing, I'd like to use this deck for fun, like when I'm playing for money and shadow duels. I like to use this because I know that like I can get cheap wins, so I can get some quick cash. It sounds like a dick move, but I do. Whenever I'm trying to, like, you know, shadow duel, I'm like, all right, let me pull out my Gem Knights and just put some work on these boys. Summon out your Assault Halberd, Link, and you're gonna make your Mrs. Radiant. Activate your Brilliant Fusion. And your Brilliant Fusion is going to go ahead and dump your Block Dragon and any Gem Knight. I think what I'm going to do is just dump one of the Garnets. Just dump him, because he's expendable. You play 3 Garnets, so you want to dump one that's expendable just in case you need to banish it for Block Dragon. And you're summoning in the farthest left zone, which is column number 5 for me. You're going to put your Zirconia right there. Let me back up my Mrs. Radiant. Let me back up this. So let's make this easier for you to see. So Mrs. Radiant's right here, right? Brilliant Fusion's down there. This is the grave. You summon your Zirconia. Right here, column number 5. You will then go ahead and activate your Block Dragon. You're going to banish 1 Earth, 2 Earths, 3 Earths, right? Special summon him from the graveyard. Then you will link summon using these 3 monsters. A link 2 plus 2 other monsters is going to go ahead and equal your Firewall Dragon. And then you'll resolve your Block Dragon, which is, you know, your win. It's basically your win condition, more or less. And you're going to go ahead and search out these 3 monsters. They're all rocks, and their levels combined equal 8, so you're not breaking any rules here. And after that, you just start fusing. You activate Gemini Fusion. You're going to send Obsidian, and you're going to send Lapis. And you're going to summon your Zirconia, in the zone that Firewall points to. And then on separate chain link, Obsidian is going to special summon Lapis. Then you will go ahead and link summon with these 2 gym monsters. You're not gonna make your Phantom Quartz yet. You're actually gonna summon Binary Sorceress. On a separate chain link, Firewall Dragon is gonna special this monster from hand. You're gonna activate Crystal Rose's effect. You're gonna dump Lazuli from your deck, and it's going to copy Lazuli's name. Then Lazuli on a separate chain link will add your Lapis to hand. Then you'll go ahead and use Fusion, and you're gonna banish your Lapis that you sent. Add this to hand. And then you are going to, let's see, where are we at in that step? Okay, that's right, there we go. Then you're going to link with the Crystal Rose and the Binary Sorceress, and you're going to summon out your Tri-Gate Wizard. And then you're going to activate Crystal Rose's effect again. You're going to special summon it by banishing this Fusion. And Firewall is co-linked by 1. You're going to activate his effect and add Obsidian from your graveyard to your hand. There's your 1 Firewall. That's all you really needed to go off. And then we're going to activate Gem Knight Fusion. We're going to send Obsidian and Lapis. And over here, we're going to summon Lapis Lazuli. And on the separate chain link, Obsidian's going to summon out your Lapis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also go ahead and summon Block Dragon by banishing your Mrs. Radiant, your Binary Sorceress, and your Zirconia. And you already summoned your Crystal Rose from the grave using its effect. You're not going to use its soft once per turn, just soft once per turn, not hard once per turn effect on field just yet. You're going to banish this, add Fusion back. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monsters. So you're going to go ahead and activate Lazuli's effect. You're going to dump a copy of her from your extra deck to grave. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Your opponent's at 5,000 damage now. 5,000 life points, sorry. And then after that, the fun part is now you're going to link away. You're going to link away these 2 gym monsters. And you're going to go ahead and summon your Phantom Quartz. And it's pointing to Tri-Gate. And then you're going to use Phantom Quartz effect. You're going to add yourself another copy of Obsidian from deck to hand. See how much you're doing off of just 2 cards? That to me is just woo! Wow, insane. 2-card combo, broken. Predator Plant Engine, too strong. Way too strong. So you've added Obsidian. You can go ahead and use Crystal Rose as soft once per turn. I repeat, soft, not hard once per turn. Dump Lazuli. Add Lapis from grave to hand. So now it is Lazuli. And then after that, we are going to go ahead and activate Phantom Quartz. We're going to pay 1,000 for costs. We're going to go shuffle this, and this back, right? So that's going to go back into your extra deck for later. And we're going to summon out, that's 3 Gem Knight monsters. 3 Gem Knights, which meets the summoning conditions for Master Diamond. Then you're going to go ahead and activate Master Diamond, banish Lapis Lazuli. Wait a minute, hold up. Look at your field. Are we on a +1 right now, or are we on a +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? That looks like a lot of pluses to me. So you've copied Lazuli now. Now you're going to send a Gem Knight from deck. And I guess we're going to send another expendable, right? Or let's just send Amber this time, just because I like Amber. And, you know, who knows? We might need to resolve a Rescue Rabbit. So dump Amber. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Your opponent is now at 2,000 life points. And it's basically over. It really is. It's over. You're going to go ahead and activate Gem Knight Fusion. Believe it or not, this is actually a Gem Knight monster because it gained Lazuli's name. So you're going to fuse this bad boy. You're going to fuse Phantom Quartz. And you're going to fuse Obsidian. That is 1, 2, 3 Gem Knight monsters. This is my proxy for my other copy of Master Diamond. Sorry guys, I only have 1, but these are both Master Diamond. This is Master Diamond. And on the separate chain link, Obsidian is going to go ahead and special summon Amber. Now you're going to activate this Master Diamond, this one that's newly summoned. Banish Lapis Lazuli, and you're going to finish the job. You're going to send another Gem Knight, you know, it doesn't really matter. It could be like another Lazuli, right? And burn your opponent for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I mean, the cool thing is, if you want to make it cute, you can go ahead and banish this at this back so that you still have 2 cards in hand. So You end by burning your opponent for 9,000 damage. So even under an upstart, you're still gonna kill your opponent. But you don't always get it right. That's why I still don't play upstart. I don't care. But you burn your opponent for 9,000, and that's game. And all of this happened off of 2 cards. And then to add insult to injury, if your opponent somehow was at 10,000 life points, you just make True King of all calamities right here. And it's just like, woo, let's get it. Let's go. And if this guy dies, oh, you're going to get more pluses. So I feel like this is an insane combo. I actually handcrafted this myself, and it took me hours of strenuous playtesting to get the combo perfect. I didn't even look online for it. I don't do that. I'm not really a guy that's going to look for somebody else's kind of like way to do it. I always find my own way. It's a matter of pride, and pride is not a good thing to have. But because of my pride, I've been able to handcraft really nifty and cool combos and create decks that most people wouldn't even have, you know, been able to find unless they came to this channel. And I'm very grateful to be able to provide that kind of content where that is, you know, like, it's like there's YouTubers that are out there that do really cool things, but I like that people come here specifically for deck profiles because they like the recipes that me and my team provide. And I'm very happy to be able to do so. Yahweh has definitely blessed me in that regard. But yeah, that's my deck profile, and that is the combo. I know the combo is pretty long, but remember, you did all that out for 2 cards. Come on now. If they ain't got the ash, they just ain't got it. You might as well shake their hand after that. God bless you guys. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. Stay tuned for future content. And yeah, man, this is one of my favorite decks right now. It's just, whew, it's raw. Peace out, y'all. I gotta go to sleep.